move just like a clown. You heard he stepping up the meeting, you gon' hear I laid him down. I'ma hit him in the top, so I don't need another round. It's just one, but I got like 32 up in the clip to get it done. Yeah.
Hey man, say man, it's your boy Big Dreams. Welcome back to the channel. Before we carry on with further with this video, make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment, most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell. Set it to all. We is back with another banger video, back with another reaction video, man. And today, y'all see the screen, we are reacting to The Dark Side of Bhad Bhabie on the Waster. We're finna dig in here and see what's going on. I'm not gonna make the opening of this video too long. All I ask is that y'all smash that like button so this video can rank higher in the algorithm. Go crazy in the comments. Let me know what you want me to react to. And if you're watching me, you're not subscribed, man, subscribe. That's all I ask. We finna go ahead and dig in, man.
Being taken seriously in hip-hop when you haven't had a conventional come-up is always difficult. Fans know how to engage with someone who used to hustle in the corner, or eventually made it after years of grinding on the underground. But how was a rap fan supposed to get their head around an artist who first entered the public eye like this?
Do you have an accent of some sort?
From the street.
Did you go to the 5th grade?
Well, I stopped at 7th if you want to get technical.
Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes?
Yep. Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Despite the fact that it looked like she would be reduced to a meme forever, Danielle Bregoli, otherwise known as Bhad Bhabie, is somehow still here. But that doesn't mean it's been any easier to understand where she sits in hip-hop, or if she deserves to be there. And recently, life has been hitting her with even more curveballs, hence keeping her name in the spotlight. With a messy beef spiraling out of control, she's once again become the center of attention, proving that drama never fails to make someone relevant. It's your boy Luesta, and this is the strange story of Bhad Bhabie. Born and raised in Florida, you probably know by now that Danielle first came to prominence when she appeared on Dr. Phil.
My daughter is out of control. 13 years old, extremely provocative.
Danielle vanished with the keys to my crew member's car.
From the moment that iconic phrase of "catch me outside" was first uttered, it seems like Danielle's life was changed forever. It would have been easy for Danielle to fade into meme status, forever known as the girl who couldn't walk down the street without hearing these iconic words shouted at her. But Danielle decided that she wouldn't be solely defined by that. And amid suing Walmart for using the phrase to make merch without her permission, she decided to launch a music career. Obviously, there was plenty of skepticism to begin with, as we have seen plenty of pseudo-celebrities trying to rebrand themselves as rappers. And understandably, people thought it told us everything about where the industry was at. At this point, my cat could rap and get signed. However, as has been the case for her entire career, Danielle pushed through the hate and naysayers. Little more than a year on from her infamous Dr. Phil episode airing, she unveiled her new alter ego of Bhad Bhabie. Co-written by Audio Push member Price and Brittany B, these hoes hit the Billboard Hot 100. Whether people streamed it because they genuinely liked the song or just wanted to hear how bad it was, it didn't matter. A stream is a stream, and they all count the same. Soon, she signed the deal with Atlantic, and with that, people were struggling to comprehend that she wasn't about to leave the spotlight anytime soon.
Danielle Bregoli, the Cash Me Outside girl, now has a record deal through Atlantic Records.
It's crazy how viral that saying went, "Catch me outside," and then it came off of Dr. Phil, bro. If you ask me, like, am I glad she at the top? Yeah, I'm glad she at the top. But coming from Dr. Phil, bro, think about Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil's show was literally centered around, you know what I'm saying, shedding light on troublesome families, like families that might go through stuff with their kids or just family issues or whatever the case may be going on. I feel like Dr. Phil had a messy show. It was just reality TV, you know, but coming from Dr. Phil, bro, like, nah, that's crazy. And that's just a different type. Oh, my camera almost fell. Let me tilt y'all back. But that's like a different type of attention right there coming from Dr. Phil, bro. And then trying to rebrand it after you know what I'm saying, get the motion too. So
The album's coming out soon.
And unfortunately, it felt like a perfect example of the meme rap era we were stuck in at the time.
I mean, I wouldn't even call her a legitimate rapper more than she is kind of a novelty act, you know? However, she's being treated like she is a legitimate rap artist, like a legitimate rap star. Danielle has delivered a product that is pretty much on par with what you would expect from nearly every other popular rap artist who is going for more of a trap-oriented sound. You know, she's on par with nearly everything else, but that's because what is on par, the bar is so low. It's really easy to get in. It's not that hard to make this sound. It's not that hard to pull off this flow.
And while people like Anthony Fantano understood why she was trying to cash in, others weren't so sure. Labeled as an ignorant fool by Chanel West Coast, Bhad Bhabie set the tone that she would be clapping back at anyone who threw shade her way.
So, obviously, you saw what Chanel West Coast said about you yesterday.
You know what's crazy? I did not know who that raggedy bitch was an hour ago. I just found out who she was. If you're gonna...
It be like that though, bro. It be like that, bro, for real.
You're gonna come for me, at least
And
make
then
sure...
look at where the attention came from. Like, I can see why somebody would say that. Because look at how you started getting the attention off of Dr. Phil. The story of you coming on to Dr. Phil was that you was a 13-year-old girl doing way too much. Being grown when you young as hell, literally. You get on the show, you call in all the grown-ups in the audience, a bunch of HOEs, and then you say, catch me outside, and it just started from there. So I can see why a lot of people would say that. I can see why that was said. I can see why people feel like, you know what I'm saying, her trying to step into the rap game wouldn't be one of her brightest ideas. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, pending her condition now, bro, I hope she doing all right. I can't even lie with y'all on that. I hate to hear stuff like that. So I really do hope she getting better. I hope she doing good. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I know who you are.
It wasn't just small jabs here and there. Some of hip-hop's biggest critics outright accused her of cultural appropriation, such as Hot 97's Ebro, who tweeted that the Bhad Bhabie thing is about white kids wanting to mimic the worst aspects of black culture for fun. And while I've tried to be open-minded and accept that all cultures have been affected by black ghetto street culture, I can never be okay with this shit, cause I'm barely accepting of ignorant ghetto shit. I know most poor black folks are not ghetto fools. They are loving, hardworking, emotionally damaged humans wanting to be accepted by society. But once again, Bhad Bhabie had no fear and said that Ebro doesn't know where she's from. If you can't appreciate turning nothing into something, then I need you to get a new fucking job. As this conversation kept going on around her, Bhad Bhabie kept downplaying the allegations.
I look at that cultural appropriation shit and I just ignore it because it's ridiculous. It really is. You cannot act the color. Do not tell me I'm acting black because I'm not. I'm acting whatever you want to call it, urban. I don't even have a name for it. I just call it me. You can't tell me I'm acting black because I braid my hair. Actually, Asians started tattoos. Every single race has tattoos. How come they don't tell me I'm culturally appropriating, however you want to say it, because I have a tattoo?
Considering she was known for being a little unhinged, it was no surprise that she started engaging in beefs with other figures, including throwing hands with the likes of Whoa Vicky.
Is this so crazy?
Thrust into fame at the age of 14, Danielle was soon given all the world's attention, and she intended to harness it. At times, she did so by portraying herself in ways that weren't necessarily appropriate, and right away, there were people concerned that this could be a serious problem.
The one thing that sort of disturbs me about Danielle's music, there is like kind of a slight quality of over-sexualization of her by people in the industry. And
but if you ask me, bro,
yeah,
they over-sexualize all female figures. You know, the younger ones being at that. The older ones, not so much. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure that over time, they learn the tricks and the ways and the antics of the industry. But if you ask me, all of the younger female artists, whether they in their early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, teens, whatever, they overly sexualize these females at some point because that's what gets them the attention. You know what I'm saying? They start to make them like the Sexy Reds and the Ice Spices and all of these female rappers who are in the game who get that attention because of the tight clothing, the extremely short shorts and things of that nature. That's been going on, and it's wild that the female artists that's in the industry today, like that's even something that, you know what I'm saying, they push towards. And I ain't trying to judge nobody because I ain't got no room to judge. I'm just simply saying that for the longest, the young female artist, that has always been some sort of a persona that has been displayed by many different females who are a part of the industry, whether they 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, it don't matter. That has always been a way that the industry, you know what I'm saying, portrays the young female rap artist, bro. And just R&B artists, whatever artists.
She's just, it's a little creepy.
And sure enough, this would be a problem, with plenty of people, including Mr. Beast, talking like she was an adult.
And he did say that he enjoys the Catch Me Outside girl and thinks she's funny, so...
What?
Let's be real, you want to put your in her?
I mean, it's
probably not.
Enjoying someone
yes,
and putting your in someone is a whole different story. Yeah.
She's like years old, she probably has AIDS already.
I don't think she's 14. They're too big to be 14.
She seems older than that. I don't think she's real.
Rumored to be in flings with Kodak Black, Trippie Redd, among others, she even found herself getting hollered at by boxer Adrian Broner, who said, "Text me, crazy girl." And in the aftermath, he said that the problem was that she was presenting as much older than she was. "Nobody wants to date a kid," he said. "But I fault Instagram for not having people's age on their profile. I thought she had grown the way she was out here moving." With songs like Hi Bitch and Gucci Flip Flops taking off and even hitting gold, she became one of the most divisive figures in hip-hop. But she wasn't without her supporters like Lil Yachty.
Yo, real quick, I saw you were in the studio cooking something up with Danielle Bergoli.
Yeah.
What do you got to say to people that are saying she's not a real rapper? What's your response to that?
Suck my dick, she is. She harder than a lot of niggas.
Is she?
On God.
Yeah.
And Cardi B, who said that she was proud of her and that her growth was beautiful. I'm hearing she's making a lot of money. I'm talking about millions. When people are making big money, I respect it. I don't give a how they make it. But to others involved in her come up, such as Dr.
Listen,
Phil,
bro.
they have reservations about...
I'm gonna say this to that real quick. I'm gonna say this. It's cool to like come from nothing to something. You know what I'm saying? But let's be honest. How many artists who are still well known today started off as a kid and they grew up and had to live that grown lifestyle from the age of maybe 10, 11 on up? Lil Wayne, Bow Wow, Bhad Bhabie, you know, they all started off young, bro. I can imagine what it's like when you a kid in the industry. And I'll even say some actors too, man, the stuff that you see, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the stuff that's going on in Puffy case now, man, you know, I can only imagine what it was like during that time being a child star and you working with a lot of these grown people who are in the industry, and you see a lot of things, you adopt a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? You become exposed to new things and so forth and so on. So I'm not saying that it's bad for her to be in the position that it's in, because it's not. Of course, bro, you want to be in a position where you making big money. You always want to take care of yourself, take care of your people. But at the same time, it shouldn't get to a point where you compromise morals, you compromise self-respect, and you compromise, you know what I'm saying, things that you stand on just to have money. All money ain't good money. And just trying to do stuff to stand out in the eyes of the public, you know what I'm saying, that's not the best thing. Because while some people might laugh at it, a lot of people are also going to get on here and really, really tell you about you. And there's some people out here that's so brave that if they see Bhad Bhabie in public, bro, during this time, like this time where she had kind of sort of just started, they would step to her and let her know about herself. For real, there's people out here that's like that.
He had exposed to the world.
This phrase that got turned into a, whatever, a meme or whatever they call it, just went crazy. And she was nominated for a Grammy or something? I'm serious. I take no credit more blame. I just did what I could. Does she have talent? Have you ever heard any of her music? Or
No,
anything?
I have no idea. I've
Me
only
neither.
seen her on your show say
thank
"Catch
you.
Me Outside."
Yeah, they say that somebody signed her and paid her millions of dollars. What I hope now is that she's surrounded by mature people with business heads on their shoulders.
And 9 times out of 10, everybody ain't
that
mature
will actually
who's around
guide this
her.
in
You
a
know
way
what
that
I'm
it's
saying?
not 15 minutes.
Against the odds, Bergoli, who claimed that she had suffered abuse at Dr. Phil's turnaround camp, had become a success story. Now armed with the backing of a music industry giant in Atlantic Records, Danielle had achieved more than most people thought she could. Because after all, it's not like she was claiming to be or attempting to be the greatest artist of all time.
Did you always want to be a rapper?
I always loved music, but I don't think there was ever anything in me that was like, oh, you're gonna be a rapper one day. Like, I just went into it how it came.
What did you want to be?
I wanted to be a nurse. I wanted to work in medicine. Something about like taking care of people.
Do you think you're a good rapper?
I don't really care if I'm good or not. I definitely don't look at myself as one of the best people ever. Do I think I'm good at it? Yes, but I don't think I'm like top tier.
To date, Bhad Bhabie's music career has really only amounted to 1 mixtape and around 25 songs. So it's no surprise that in 2021 she parted ways with Atlantic. Naturally, getting dropped by a label might seem like an indicator of failure, but instead, she was about to earn more money than she ever had in her life. Even
Sometimes, bro, leaving a label is a good thing if you can get out of it the right way.
Always had an
You know what I'm saying? So.
After leaving Atlantic Records, she saw it as a strategic move rather than a setback. In an interview with Variety, she credited Kanye West for bringing attention to the importance of artists owning their masters, which made her realize how valuable it was to have full control over her music. She pointed out how major labels often dictate an artist's collaborations, release schedules, and earnings, sometimes keeping up to 80% of profits. I feel lucky to be 18 and now I get to own mine going forward. I have my own platform to get my music out to my fans. I'm going to just put out my own music on my label, but I am open to signing other artists, she claimed. I have a platform to help launch them, and I want them to be able to own their masters as well. But while platinum selling singles, endorsement deals, and a beauty brand all exploded the teenager's net worth, everything changed for Bergoli just days after she turned 18 years old. Wasting little time, Bhad Bhabie set up an OnlyFans account. With a subscription price of $35 per month, the overwhelming demand for exclusive content from Bergoli resulted in her making over $1 million in record time, thanks to the mix of subscriptions and generous tips from users. Not bad for 6 hours, she said on Instagram at the time.
Hold on. That's a whole lot of numbers in one setting right there, sir. Just from OnlyFans? Just
what no
from
one realized
OF?
at the time was that this move pulled her back from the brink of financial ruin.
I wasn't really thinking much of it at the time, but I was actually broke as fuck before I started OnlyFans. Like my mom was in control of my money, so she was doing whatever she wanted to do, and I had a $500 limit on my card.
But her friend.
Wow, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Financial struggles didn't last long. Over time, OnlyFans became so lucrative that by August 2021, she claimed she made enough money to retire if she wanted to. But even though she was engaging with the platform, she certainly had no respect for the people who signed up for it so hastily. In an interview with Caleb Presley, she went as far as to suggest that they should be behind bars.
You joined OnlyFans the night you turned 18?
I think so, yeah.
And people subscribed right away?
Yeah.
Should they be in jail?
Yeah.
Since then, she became 16th on Forbes' top creators list and reportedly made $57 million since 2021. And at one point, it was rumored that she made $23 million in July of 2024 alone. As a result, Bhad Bhabie recently declared that, "I'm 80 million in. How about you, baby?" But even that kind of money hasn't been able to buy her peace of mind. As at every turn, Danielle's personal life has remained in turmoil. For one thing, her relationship with her mom has persisted long after the Dr. Phil days. In fact, Danielle has revealed that her fame was no accident, and that her mother had always been plotting to turn her daughter into a figure of infamy. This came to light on the High Low podcast with Emily Ratajkowski, where she revealed that her mom had always been working towards getting her on the show.
I actually found out on my 19th birthday that my mom had been emailing Dr. Phil since I was 2 years old. I didn't know what I was walking into.
Of course not, you were 13.
On other occasions, Bhad Bhabie has continued to speak out about the abuse she suffered at her mother's hands, and the control that she attempts to retain over her. My mom shows the same pattern with everyone coming into my life, Bhad Bhabie wrote. At this point, it's her, no one else. I live my life in fear of this lady every day. She's mentally sick and I'm scared of what she's capable of. Don't think I have her around because I want to, she continued. Every time I ask her to move out and offer to pay in full for a house for her, she threatens me and threatens my boyfriend and friends. I truly feel like my only way out of this is to die. Even if I put her in her own home and remove her from my life, that won't stop the threats and abuse. Despite everything that she suffered through, it's difficult to escape the first impression of who you were. And with the unlikely longevity that she's had, she feels she deserves to be known as something more than the Catch Me Outside girl.
Call me the fucking youngest female of the decade to go play. Call me some shit like that. Call me the fucking Gucci flip-flops girl, the high bitch girl, the girl who got a fucking $1 million makeup deal, the girl who made over fucking $50 million on fucking only. Call me whatever the fuck you want. But when you try to find a way to just be annoying about something, it's just kind of weird.
And these days, courtesy of the drama she's in, she's probably accomplished that. The only question is whether being involved in one of the messiest and pettiest hip-hop beefs in recent memory is the rep you want. 2024 was a mixed bag for Bhad Bhabie. In March, Danielle and her boyfriend Levon welcomed their first daughter, Callie Love, to the world. After dating LV since August of the previous year, it seemed like she was building a life that might have been free of dysfunction of her past. But another shock was on its way when she let the world know in November of 2024 that she had cancer. Revealed amid accusations of an eating disorder, Danielle let the world know what was really going down, writing on Instagram that she's sorry her cancer has made her lose weight. I'm slowly gaining it back, so stop running with the worst narratives. Despite how difficult it was, she remained determined to push through and even underwent a nose job along the way.
I'm literally 21 years old, battling cancer. Who knows how long I'm gonna be here for? You think I'm not gonna get my body and my face right and do everything that I wanted to do? Once I found out I had cancer, first of all, I was so happy that I was pregnant. I was so happy that I was doing something that I always wanted to do. I always wanted to be a mom. If you don't think I'm gonna live my life to the fullest and do everything I want to do without a care in the world about what you, or the next you got to say about me, I'ma do me, like always.
When you're suffering through an ordeal like that, you need people around you. But where Danielle thought she felt security and
I feel like that's the most. Don't get me wrong. In a time like that, yeah, live. But the way a lot of people speak on stuff like this now, like when you find out you're sick, you might not have long. A lot of people only hit you with that YOLO. You only live once. Like, bro, we get up each and every day and we live. You know what I'm saying? We only get one life. You know what I'm saying? You pass once. You know what I'm saying? But we live each and every day. And in a situation like this, like, it's not necessarily the most important thing to hurry up and just do whatever while you got the time to do it still. No, you want to make sure you around the people that really care about you. And that's just how I really feel about it. Not saying to not do nothing fun, not saying to not do stuff that you always wanted to do, so forth and so on. But, you know, I can kind of sort of understand what she's saying when she said what she said. But still, you want to make sure that even through all of that, you still focusing on, you know what I'm saying, getting yourself right with the man above, of course, God. And you want to stay around your people at all times, the ones that really, really care about you. Because when it's all said and done, the ones who really, really love you and care about you are the ones that's going to be hurt. You know what I'm saying? Your kids, so forth and so on, those are the ones who going to be hurt, and they have to live the rest of their life, you know what I'm saying, accepting the simple fact that that's what happened. And I don't want to say the word, but you know what I'm saying? When somebody passed, bro, that's hard to accept, especially when they was like a crucial part of your life, like for real. And I ain't even gonna front with y'all. I done lost so many people to this, like, I don't even think I can attend another funeral at this point. And I honestly really don't even like talking about the topic, man. And that's why I say here, it's most important to make sure that even while you still have that mindset to do things you always want to do, make sure you around the people that love you the most during that time. People that's going to take care of you. Because you never know, man. Them people will be so determined to not give up on you that they'll push you so hard that you'll better in no time. You ain't sick with it no more. You feel what I'm saying? That's why it's important to have the right people around you. Because the right people ain't going to let you give up on yourself. They ain't going to let you cry and give up. Nah, we going to keep this train rolling. Because we finna try to get you better. That's why it's important to have them type of people around you, bro.
Dating LaVon, she was about to realize that she was just in another toxic relationship. Rather than getting time to enjoy being a new mother or recover from what she dealt with health-wise, Bhad Bhabie would find herself in a major dispute with none other than Travis Barker's 18-year-old daughter, Alabama Barker. According to Bhad Bhabie, Alabama stole her man and claimed that there would be repercussions for doing so. I told LV, next time I catch you, you gon' be with them. Followed by another post that simply read, single. Later, she explained that the real issue wasn't just the alleged betrayal, but the fact that Alabama had once tried to be part of her circle. She claimed that she wasn't angry as much as she was hurt, emphasizing that she usually keeps to herself and only spoke out because she was tired of seeing Alabama pull the same moves with other women. In her eyes, while men will do what they do, a woman knowingly interfering in someone's relationship, especially with a new mother, was a different level of disrespect. LaVon, however, immediately denied all of it. On my kids, you lying, and that shit you saying fabricated. LA know how you get down. You looking bad online after you just dropped. Lying, knowing what I've been through this year for your personal gain is crazy. From there, things only got messier as allegations of domestic violence began surfacing. During an emotional IG live session, a visibly shaken Danielle shared her side of the story, claiming that LaVon had accused her of cheating with Chief Keef. However, based on what she revealed, the so-called infidelity was nothing more than her answering a call from Sosa, raising concerns that the situation was less about cheating and more about control and manipulation.
LaVon went to go lay down. I go to lay down with him. When I get in the bed, Sosa calls me. LaVon answers my phone. It didn't say Sosa at the top or nothing. It was just a phone number. But LaVon answers the phone and you hear Sosa's voice saying, Danny, what's up? Or Danny, where you at? I was the one that cheated first. I cheated by calling Sosa from the jump. After LaVon answered the phone, he busted my lip, broke my phone. I tried to stop him from leaving, and when he was trying to close the door, I put my hand in the way, so he accidentally slammed my hand in the door. My hand was literally hanging. My teeth were loose. It was just a whole big thing. I'm trying to wake E up, and I'm telling E, take me to the hospital. Meanwhile, the phone never hung up. So Sosa heard all this shit going on, right? E's drunk as fuck. He's like, Danny, go lay down. And I'm like, bro, okay. So I call Sosa and I'm like, bro, I need to see a doctor. Like, I need to go to the hospital. So he comes and picks me up.
As for Alabama, she immediately denied the claims, stating it's clear that he is manipulating her, feeding her a distorted narrative to justify his behavior. His actions reveal a lack of disrespect and consideration for others, and it's painful to witness her continuing to support him despite this. LV deceived me, something I have evidence of, including messages, claiming he wasn't actually LV, that he was single, and that he didn't have an Instagram account. Before pointing fingers at me, I suggest looking at the source. With both sides sticking to their own versions of the story and no resolution in sight, the drama escalated on January 10th when Danielle dropped Overcooked, which was a diss track aimed directly at Alabama, tearing apart her character. A track that accused a 19-year-old messing around with a 34-year-old Soulja Boy and 35-year-old Tyga. And to make it wilder, she allegedly got pregnant by the Rack City rapper. Hayden asshole tried to steal my baby daddy. Fucking on Soulja and Tyga got you pregnant. Bars like these had Soulja Boy ready to pull a Drake and lawyer up.
Bad baby. Why the you got my name in your mouth for? Ain't your baby daddy beating the out you every day? Don't you got black eyes every time you go live? Ain't you was at my house in Malibu trying to suck my and I said no? So you mean to tell me because I ain't let you suck my you mad you get on this internet lying on my name? Now when I sue your little and take that little OnlyFans money you got, then I'm wrong, right? I'm finna sue your stupid for defamation of character. I want 10 million.
In response, Alabama clapped back with a song of her own, with bars, "Smoke to me is like an exercise, so tread lightly." I was out in LV and LV tried to pipe me. I can't even cap, I didn't know he was your BD. I told Twin to chill, he said, you sweeter than some kiwi. Alongside claiming Danielle was on perks, Alabama even threatened to expose her further. But despite her best efforts, some people thought the song wasn't the flex or chess move she envisioned it as. The entire song is basically Alabama admitting to everything she's been accused of. An entire song doubling down that you're a homewrecker. But with Alabama not exactly impressing anyone, Bhad Bhabie was about to unleash the demon on Miss Whitman. Seriously, these bars are crazy. Why this bitch obsessed with me? I just don't understand. You S the D straight out my A. Who got the upper hand? I see why you ain't got no friends. You're Miss Alf, your man. She f***ed on Tyga, the baby. I saw the sonogram. Delivered over a sample of Kanye West's Carnival, the diss track went a whole lot harder than anyone really expected.
Bhad Bhabie kind of did her dirty.
Why you say it like that? He said Bhad Bhabie. Hold on, bro. He said Bhad Bhabie.
Kanye West's Carnival. The diss track went a whole lot harder than anyone really expected.
Bhad Bhabie kind of.
Bhad Bhabie.
She kind of cooked her ass.
Fresh from cooking her enemy, people thought this was a misguided move from Alabama to get in the ring, given Danielle's reputation. How are you gonna beef with someone who was ready to fight Dr. Phil's whole audience? Alabama thought she could come for someone who was on Dr. Phil at 13 for Grand Theft Auto. But crazily, other people want to smoke too. Since then, Lil Tay had found her way into the dispute, and if she's not careful, she might be next.
Bhad Bhabie, you clout-chasing, twig-ass bitch. I see you got some shit to say about me. I see you're still the same clout-chasing ass bitch who's been obsessed with me since I was 9 years old. How come you never want to say that shit to my face? What I've gathered is that you're still a dumbass. Okay, you're just now a dumbass with a bunch of botched surgeries, when instead, what you should have been trying to fix was your brain and your self-esteem. Back in the day, I was 9 years old. I messaged you, and you ain't had shit to say. So if you're so tough, and you're so about it, you want to catch me outside, check your DM.
But the craziest thing of all is that due to this one diss track, people are now actually willing to give Bhad Bhabie some semblance of respect. Bhad Bhabie's redemption arc is crazy, but above all, the tide of this beef will likely lift everyone involved, bringing relevance into careers that might have been otherwise.
Nah, it sounds like Bhad Bhabie can hold her own in the rap beef though.
Downgrade from the warfare we've been experiencing as of late. This beef, following Kendrick vs. Drake, feels like MCU after Endgame. Now 21 years old, Bhad Bhabie has outlasted any perceived ceiling on her career or relevance. And what's even crazier is that she's done it without even making the effort to have a come up in the first place. I never wanted to be famous, she told Variety. I wasn't working my ass off all night trying to make a name for myself. I was handed it, and instead of being an embarrassment and a joke for the rest of my life, I became something successful, and something that people can choose to look up for the right reasons, or choose not to. I don't give a f***. As a result, people are now beginning to see the vision, suggesting that even though she might have left middle school in 7th grade, she's anything but the fool she's believed to be. She played Dr. Phil's old ass when she was 14. She's not dumb, never was. She's a decent rapper and an artist, and laughed her way out of her teens straight to the bank. People literally tried to destroy that girl, and she was just a child. Good for her. I hope she's doing well for herself. From her past through to the present moment, Bhad Bhabie has suffered a lot, and at the moment, it doesn't really appear that things are getting any easier. However, what is clear is that her relevance is as bulletproof as ever. And now that she's even wound up impressing a few hip-hop heads with her vicious bars, the future might be looking bright for Bhad Bhabie. As always, it's your boy Luesta, and I want to thank y'all for watching today's video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Nah, the real talk, I'm glad she good. I just, you know what I'm saying, the health is the most important part. The health. Make sure your health good. Take care of yourself. Say she got a kid now, take care of your kid. Make sure your kid grow up, be good, strong, successful. You know what I'm saying? If you and your mama cool, take care of your mama. Take care of your people. You know what I'm saying? That's the main focus. I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, things looking good for her and her career. Just hope she taking care of herself, because that's the most important part at this point in time, man. But listen, y'all let me know what y'all think. This is the end of the video. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all comment. Most importantly, make sure y'all subscribe and hit that post notification bell, set it to all. All social media links will be in the description. The link to the previous reaction video will be there as well. Follow me on all my social medias. Click the link to the previous reaction video and watch that whole video after you watch this whole video, man. Don't forget that the link to the second channel will be in the description. Make sure y'all click that link. Go over there. Show some love because y'all will be seeing my face over there from time to time, man. But listen, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all for showing me love back. And we out this thing, man, for real.